The fatal flaw that could cost the Packers Super Bowl LX. Is Green Bay's roster truly ready for a championship run, or is a hidden weakness poised to derail their Super Bowl dreams before the season even begins? The Packers are on the cusp of contention, armed with a rising star at quarterback and a war chest of young talent. Yet, the path to glory isn't just about the players you add. It's about the ones you're willing to let go. Tough decisions in the preseason could be the difference between hoisting the Lombardi Trophy and another year of playoff heartbreak. The Green Bay Packers enter the 2025 season with legitimate hopes of crashing the league's biggest party. While not every analyst places them in the top tier of contenders, their explosive offense and key defensive additions give them a potent outside shot at Super Bowl LX. General Manager Brian Gutekunst has been aggressive, bolstering the roster through the draft and free agency. The front office made significant moves, signing veteran guard Aaron Banks and starting caliber cornerback Nate Hobbs to shore up critical positions. They also invested their first-round pick in dynamic wide receiver Matthew Golden, who is expected to make an immediate impact. With these major additions in place, the challenge now shifts to refining the roster and cutting the dead weight that could capsize their championship aspirations. Addition by subtraction is a real strategy, and moving on from the following three players could increase Green Bay's odds of reaching the pinnacle of the sport. 1. Romeo Doubs. This isn't about talent. Romeo Doubs is more than capable of being a starting receiver on a playoff team. The issue is his fit and potential role within a suddenly crowded Green Bay receiver room. Doubs has previously shown frustration with his usage, leading to a team-imposed one-game suspension in 2024 for conduct detrimental to the team. With the arrival of first-round pick Matthew Golden and the established presence of Jayden Reed and Dontavian Wicks, targets will be fiercely competitive. While Christian Watson's recovery from a torn ACL might temporarily open up snaps for Doubs early in the season, his role is likely to diminish as the year progresses and Watson returns. Facing a contract year, Doubs will be desperate to produce stats for his next deal. That desperation, combined with a potentially reduced role, could create friction. Gutekunst would be wise to explore trade options and ensure Doubs gets his opportunity elsewhere, solidifying a more harmonious and defined receiving corps in Green Bay. 2. Mecole Hardman. Mecole Hardman is a three-time Super Bowl champion who brings veteran experience and return game prowess. However, his projected spot on the wide receiver depth chart is what lands him on this list. With Jayden Reed locked into the primary slot role and Dontavian Wicks emerging as a reliable option, Hardman currently projects as the number 3 slot receiver. While there was a time when Hardman's world-class speed was a game-changing weapon, he is past his athletic prime and may struggle to command a meaningful share of offensive targets. If Hardman is willing to fully embrace a primary role as a return specialist, his spot on the roster is justified. However, if he expects a significant role in Matt LaFleur's offense, it's a role the Packers likely can't provide. Moving on would allow the team to give more developmental snaps to younger players with higher offensive ceilings. 3. Micah Robinson. A 7th-round pick out of Tulane, Micah Robinson was never expected to be an immediate starter. The concern isn't with Robinson himself, but what his presence on the active roster's cornerback depth chart signifies. The Packers released 2-time Pro Bowler Jaire Alexander this offseason, a move that created a massive hole in the secondary. While the signing of veteran Nate Hobbs was a crucial step to fill that void, the depth behind him and Kyseian Nixon remains a significant question mark. If Robinson, a developmental rookie, is forced into meaningful defensive snaps due to injury or lack of other options, it could become a disastrous liability for Jeff Hafley's defense. Opposing offenses would relentlessly target the rookie. Robinson's ideal path is a year on the practice squad to develop his craft. His inclusion on the final 53-man roster would signal that the Packers failed to adequately address their cornerback depth, a weakness that could be ruthlessly exposed in January. What do you think of this list? Are these the right players to move on from, or is there someone else who should be on the chopping block? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you want more Packers analysis and roster breakdowns, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a thing as we journey towards Super Bowl LX.